It is another beautiful day. Welcome to another edition of Insightful Moment. I am Jare Tiamiyu. Today we shall be looking into Osun at 29. But before that, before the celebration started this week, last week it was a political game. It was a political issue in the state. As some people wrote an article, or let me call it a publication, in the Nation newspaper, asking Governor Gboyega Oyetola not to contest in 2022. Their reason was that it is time for the Osun West Senatorial District to produce the next governor. They said they give a lot of political calculation that you can see there. That is what we are going to discuss today. And also, Osun is 29 years. 29 years old. How has the state felt in the last 29 years? First and most especially, what has been the dream of the founding fathers? Are these dreams being actualized now? Also, before the creation of Osun State, we've learned that Osun people, they had the intellectual arm of the old Oyo State. They contribute a larger percentage in every sector of that state, be it civil service, be it education, be it agriculture, or whatever you want to talk about. You will see that before you see people, the breed of your people that are your people now, before you see one of them, you will have seen at least 3 people from this part of this state then. But as we have we been able to achieve what the founding fathers' dreams were? Where are we going? Moving on. Very soon we'll be celebrating Osun at 30. The infrastructural development, advancement in education, the economy, agriculture, civil service, and every other part of the state. Are they doing well? Are they doing what they should be doing? We'll be talking about that. And also, I believe you can be judged in that space. Our guest will be the Honorable Commissioner for Political Affairs and Intergovernmental Relations in Osun State, Honorable Taiwo Akeju. He will be telling us what his reaction to the letter is, and then where we were, where we are, and where we are going as a state at 29. I am Jare Tiamiyu. Join me on the other side.
In 2018, the good people of Osun State massively voted for Governor Gboyega Oyetola as the 5th executive governor of the state. Months later, Osun people are living witnesses of massive development and unprecedented turnaround. Oyetola has humbly and silently redefined governance, giving respect to traditional institutions and senior citizens. Oyetola's revitalizations of primary healthcare centers has not only made healthcare delivery available, but also led to a spike in enrollment in the hospitals. Despite paucity of funds, the state has continued to witness massive infrastructural development as both intra and intercity roads are having new looks. Osun is now economically viable and is ready to host business, as Oyetola has prioritized security and creation of enabling environment for business to thrive. With Oyetola, Osun is moving forward. Ileri Oluwatinshe.
Yeah, I come back from that very lovely break. As I said earlier, my guest today is Honorable Commissioner for Political Affairs and Intergovernmental Relations, Honorable Taiwo Akeju. Honorable sir, you are welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Honorable, let's look at the latest happenings in the APC concerning the government of Mr. Gboyega Oyetola in the state. Recently, we saw the article that was published in the Nation newspaper asking the governor not to contest in 2022 and asking the party to cede the governorship ticket to the western part of the state. What is your immediate reaction to that?
Well, thank you very much. Well, my immediate reaction to it is that it's no issue. It's unfounded. And it has no foundation whatsoever. So, this is democracy.
Okay.
People are free to say anything they like. So, that's the beauty of democracy. You can say anything you want to say. You are free, you are at liberty. But again, there must be decorum, whatever you want to say.
Okay.
Decency must be the hallmark. Okay. So, you are reacting. I don't react to things like that because, first and foremost, is that publication so faceless. Nobody was. It was an assigned thing. We were very faceless. So, and again, we also thank God that the leadership of the party in Osun West promptly reacted.
But Honorable Sir, you said the article, the publication rather, was unfounded, and the people that signed it did not show their face. But somebody said it recently that is how the issue of former Governor Akinwumi Ambode started in Lagos. It started with a publication with a faceless set of people, and then it was also published in the Nation newspaper. Don't you think we are working towards that?
No, forget. You see, the newspaper, if you, as a member of, is as a member of the media, you can write anything and take it to newspaper.
Okay.
For publication, they will do it. They will oblige you.
Okay.
That's beauty, freedom of speech. So, but you see, as I've said, the Ambode issue, you can apply it in Osun. And again, Ambode went to the primaries.
But he was rejected.
No. He went to the primaries.
Okay.
The thing they did give to, he went to the primaries and lost out in the primaries.
So
that's it. That's your thing.
So are we not saying that the
Osun, wait, it can't happen in Osun. Oyetola is doing very well. People, the party. I'm not talking of the grassroots. I'm not talking of the general election now.
Okay.
The people, the party. Mind you, is the leader of the party in the state, because all the governors are going to question the party in a democracy, in a free, in a democracy, in a presidential system of government.
Okay.
The governor in the state is the leader of the party in the state. Yes. And it's on the same book, on the same page with the leadership, the party leadership. So, and of course, he's the leader of the party in the state. So, and well, it's on the same page with the people are happy. The party is happy. They are very proud of him. What Oyetola is doing. Look at what he has done in the last, just go to 2 years now.
Honorable Commissioner, sir,
yes.
When you mentioned the party leaders from the West Senatorial, that they promptly reacted. But somebody will say that some leaders who are grassroots politicians were not at that press conference.
No. How can you say, wait now. How can you say, let me tell you, the gatekeepers, we gather as gatekeepers of the party.
Okay.
The product of democracy.
Okay.
The conscience of the party.
Okay.
The senator, the senator from that place, Odolo, was there.
Okay.
The rep from that place.
The two reps.
The two reps were there.
Okay.
The Aidade and the Aidade, yes.
Honorables.
Yes. The welfare concern, they're all there.
But so, what about
which one? Wait. The other assembly members,
yes,
from the West, all of them are there. The council chairman, they are the gatekeeper, they are the conscience of the party.
About the politics,
when you are talking of when you are talking of the primaries, these are the people that are going to vote at the primaries of the party.
When we talk about the politics in Osun West,
yes,
nobody can underrate the influence of the former speaker, the immediate past speaker of the state, Right Honorable Najim Salam. It was not there, and there was no apology.
Oh, wait. No, you see, the publication came out, and it was the publication came out.
Yes.
Was it Thursday or Friday?
It came out on
Thursday. And
it came out on Tuesday, and they reacted on Friday.
On Friday.
Yes.
Before the gathered said, maybe the speaker, Najim, must have sent an apology. Najim is too decent. Look, this Najim is a part and parcel of the party.
Yes.
So,
yes.
But you know, Najim stays in Abuja.
Yes.
Najim's in Abuja. He works in Abuja.
But, Right Honorable Adejare Bello that you mentioned was also not there. But in
Adejare, wait. Adejare, of course, Adejare maybe has some engagement.
Yes, but he said his apology. Somebody's represented.
It doesn't matter.
Nobody represented.
When you have about 100 and you have about 99 or 90 people. So, and again, I can't speak for Najim Salam. Okay. I know Najim very well. He's too decent. He supported what they are doing. The press conference, he wholeheartedly supported it. So we
Honorable, do you think there are some aggrieved people in the APC? Are you a member of the APC now? Are you a member of the APC now?
We are together. I'm APC.
Okay.
We are together.
Okay. Do you think there are some aggrieved people in the APC who are not actually on the same page with the governor?
Well, I wouldn't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't know. Nobody has come to me and say, okay, it's agreed with what the government is doing. People are happy what the government is doing. What the government is doing, people are happy.
Okay.
Look at it with the scarcity of fund. And look at the achievement he has recorded in the last few months. He has been in the shadow. Look at salary are being paid 24, 25 every month, even ahead of federal government. So we are not hearing anybody pension, worker salary that have been paid. Look at the intervention, not the facet of our life. Look at health sector. Look at the education. Look at what have been in education. What is doing in education? It's unprecedented. It has reversed a lot of things.
Okay.
And people are happy. People are rejoicing what is doing in education. Look at the sector. And every other thing. Even look at the security.
Honorable Commissioner, sir, let's conclude this conversation by talking about Osun at 29. A 29 years old is supposed to have grown up very well. Maybe he's supposed to have even graduated from university. And then if we have a reasonable environment, an environment that is very, very progressive, he also must be working. Is the present administration working towards the dreams of the founding fathers of Osun State?
Yeah, thank you very much. I recalled. I must give thanks to God for why we are in Osun.
Okay.
Oyetola is consolidating on some of the past achievement of the former regimes. He's consolidating. He's make sure that at least he's doing very well, and that the dream of Osun is being realized. And I recall that I remember when we were in Ibadan, the old Oyo State, a lot of people, especially the Oyos, complain seriously about marginalization in the civil service, in the education. The Osun, now we get Osun, dominated everything.
Yes, sir.
We dominated every civil service in Ibadan. Even every facet in Oyo dominated by us. Even the Council of Obas. The later near. So people happy. Some people complain, and they, of course, the wisdom of the military by Babangida say, okay, let's for convenience and for progress and development that they have to cover Osun for you. And of course, since that's the next one, we not look back. Look at the development in Osun. You see, you must again give kudos to the founding fathers of Osun, Uncle Bola Ige. Some of them are late now, but we must mention their name and give thanks to them for what they do. They stood on with the side of the people. Look at Uncle Bola Ige, Baba Esema Folabi. Look at Chibisa Kene still alive, Dr. Yemi Farombi, a host of others people. A host of others. They stood and said well, and they did very well. Look at the former governor that was produced. So he did his best. Lua Jiborisa. These are the people that started this thing. That started from scratch. And look at Oyetola. Now to Oyetola. The Rafa Regbosola government. Oyinlola and Oyetola. Look at what we must give thanks to God that Osun has been blessed with highly cerebral leadership.
Are we at where we're supposed to be?
No. Look.
At this stage, are we supposed to be?
Yes.
Because some people are saying that as you have just mentioned, sir, that if we were the intellectual bank of the whole Oyo State, they believe that creating Osun State would have just, would have a very rapid growth. Yes, we have it. Look at that institution. Osun has the high institution in the country. Yes, and it's a development too, intellectual development. You see, you don't do what you don't have. Yes. So Osun has been blessed intellectually. Look at, as I've said, look at the area of leadership, developments that Osun have been blessed with. And look at the leadership, current leadership too, Oyetola, at least a liberal leader, and of course, he's a good listener. It's a technocrat that should mind you that we have scarcity of fund, positive fund. But in the midst of that, Osun is not lacking. Compare Osun, President Osun
with the other government, with other states that were created in 1991. Look at Kogi, go back to it. Look at Habia, look at Adamawa. So we must continue to give thanks to God and give thanks to our leadership. We are not lacking anything. We are doing very well. We are doing well. Yes, we are doing very well. We are doing very well. Look at the road, look at the social development in Osun. Then look at the economy of Osun.
Okay.
The economy of Osun is very good. Look at the statistics in terms of developments. Osun is the least in terms of poverty level. Go and check. Maybe the least, maybe number 1, number 2 throughout the country out of 35 plus Abuja. Osun number 2, the least developed. So you can see that Osun has been blessed. No, it has not been rosy anyway. It has not been rosy. It has not been real and there because of perhaps funding and everything.
Okay.
But by and large, we must thank God and thank the leadership that we have in Osun today. Osun, since Oyetola came, as I've said, salary have been paid as I went due. So, and even the pensioner, we're happy. We're happy. So, we thank God for
Thank you. Thank you so much for that very beautiful session we've had with you. Most especially, you have been able to take us back to how we were before how Osun people were doing before the creation of the state, and then where we are today. We believe that the future holds something better.
Yes.
Better.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was the session with Honorable Taiwo Akeju, the Honorable Commissioner for Political Affairs and Intergovernmental Relations in Osun State. See you on the other side.
Marie-Lomi Pidan, Chief Press Secretary to Governor Adigboyega Oyetola of the State of Osun. Keep watching Inside Media.
That was the contribution of Honorable Taiwo Akeju, the Honorable Commissioner for Political Affairs and Intergovernmental Relations. He was able to tell us what his own reaction to that publication is, and also where we were, where we are, and where we should be. He said also at 29, the state has been faring well. All the administrations in the past and the present administration are doing wonderfully well to put Osun where it should be. And before I sign out, I would like to go back to that issue of the publication. And on Friday last week, the leaders of Osun West, as he just stated, they gathered in Iwo to have a press conference stating that they reject the letter, they are not part of it, and they are not going to act towards it. Hear what my Honorable representing Egbedore State Constituency, Honorable Elenia. He said this.
The publication is mendacious, is pejorative, is ludicrous, is tantamount to infra-dignitated. It's a shenanigan. We are none of it. We are not for it. We are for the government that is performing.
Thank you, Honorable. It is interpolitical presidente. That language, I'm very sure a lot of us will find English. But the matter is beyond that. It's beyond that. I know, and I'm very sure many people are aware. The APC leaders have been holding several meetings since that publication came out in the house of Chief BC Akande. These are some of the pictures. You can see some of the pictures there. They have been holding several meetings, meeting upon meeting, to ensure that the state is not put into the political crisis that led to the house of former Governor Akeomi Ambode in Lagos State. That is how far we can go. Before I sign out today, I want to say special shout out to our Director of Photography at Insight Media, somebody who has been doing wonderfully well, at Mayo Ajayi. He celebrated his birthday on August 24th. 2020. It was last week that his wife, his girlfriend, his sister, Shukura, was celebrating her birthday. But this week, we celebrated Papa. In fact, Papa is doing well. He's doing well. We wish you many happy returns as you move on. More progress, more money in your account. Thank you so much. See you some other time. Please ensure you stay safe. Bye for now.